I know it's going back a bit, but first memory of shipping or finance, how old are you in that moment?
Well, my father was in shipping, so I have a bit of a let's say, shipping DNA inside, and certainly finance. I mean, that goes back quite a while, but I mean, shipping certainly from the young days, I would say.
So obviously you are in Germany. Maybe spend just 2 minutes explaining the city and also the relationship between the city and shipping, because there's a strong connection there.
Absolutely. So I was born in Hamburg. I grew up in Hamburg, and now I live in Hamburg with my family. I have been out of Hamburg for a while to Sydney and Shanghai, but Hamburg is, in shipping terms, the capital of Germany, if not together with Rotterdam of Europe. So actually, from my office here, I can look at the port. I can see container ships. I can see the terminal. So obviously, shipping is all around, and in particular, container shipping when you talk in Hamburg terms.
Definitely. And is it fair also to add on the cruise industry from a Hamburg perspective?
Yes, I mean the cruise industry has. We actually had a new cruise terminal just built, I would say 3-4 years ago. That obviously has slowed down somewhat with the pandemic. In contrast to containers, at least. But yes, I can also look. Actually, I can see the cruise terminal as well from my window here.
Where are Germany in terms of, if we lift this up to a green discussion in terms of energy, batteries, etc., and also that the ports need to facilitate this new technology. Do you see anything that gets you very excited in terms of fuel savings, etc., that will be relevant for cruise and shipping?
Well, I mean, obviously, this is currently all over the place, to put it that way. I think it still lacks somewhat of a fully structured approach. I think everyone knows things have to change, and the shipping industry in particular will see a significant transition over the next 5-10 years, and that applies to the terminals, so the port, as well as the vessels on the oceans. I think in Germany there has been quite a green push already, 5 to 10 years back, when there was an exit from nuclear decided by Angela Merkel, and now we have at least a government that includes the Greens. So there's certainly more initiatives to come our way, not just in shipping, but more general in terms of the green transition. And I think it's going to be exciting. It's necessary, but it also needs to be organized and structured properly. And I think there's still a way to go.
Couldn't agree more. Just 1 minute or 2 minutes on Sydney. What's the best part of Sydney? Is it the beaches, the surfing, or is it just the experience of going abroad that helps you, regardless in your career and life, I guess?
Sydney was, I did my master's there. So I worked besides for a shipping line, actually, for a container shipping line for Hamburg Süd when I was in Sydney. Obviously, the beaches is something you need to mention. And I would not be honest if I'd say that the beaches weren't a key ingredient of my time in Sydney, of course. I wasn't that much of a surfer. I tried my best, didn't make it, I would say, with all the, let's say, well-built Aussies around me. They certainly did a better job on the surfing board. Yet, the city is just fantastic. It's water all over the place, and it's a good mix of let's say the leisure and relaxedness of the Aussies, combined with also some central business district flavor. So I think it was a pretty decent time I had there.
And if it's okay with you, I think we'll leave the Australian Open outside of this podcast, right? The regulations and rules. Or do you have any strong opinions you want to share about that?
Well, not really. But obviously, as a German, I followed Alexander Zverev, who lost just recently. Pretty clear. So it was high hopes, and I obviously followed it a lot, including the Djokovic, let's say, situation, because I played tennis myself, and I'm passionate about tennis. So it's something that, despite the, let's say, a time difference, I tend to follow these days.